bless them with or to do anything if I don't show them how to do it, which means they get an upfront seat to mommy being stressed and crying sometimes, but they also see me thrive. They see me perform. Most of what people do socially and for fun, I do professionally. So I never get a break, right? Like I'm not really going to a lounge because I'm always in the lounge, but I'm the entertainer there. From a relationship standpoint, I think when a man takes on a woman, it doesn't even matter if she's successful or not. I don't know that we all understand what we're committing to. The album is called Sequins, Suits, and Sweatpants. And it's a 3-part EP. And so the theme is sequins, like sequins that you wear. Each part represents a piece of me. Story time. Who got the tea? Who got the tea? Yeah. Story time. To know. Just tune into the show. Story talk. Tell me your life.
Hello, and thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Tori Talk. If you are here usually and you follow me, you see we did something a little different today. I am here with PatriceLIVE. She is an amazing person, and we're definitely going to get into that. But if you guys have been following me or following my journey with Tori Talk, you know that I interviewed Patrice. She was like, I think it might have been like my second.
Yeah, it was very early
interview for the show because I did a lot of pre-produced ones. So I did like maybe 6 in a row. And I think you might have been like one of my second or third interview. And that was a long time ago. And we didn't have this. So
this is beautiful. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I don't say proud because I didn't do it, but I'm happy for you.
Thank you. And so when you were like, you wanted to come and announce something and you wanted me to get the interview, I was so appreciative and said, we're going to do something super, super cute for you.
I feel honored.
And you should, because I really I did this because I was like, this is going to be so cute for Patrice. Yeah. And we're going to be calling this the lounge. So for me, we're lounged down, we're on the couch, we're eating snacks. Yes, we do that on Tori Talk, but this is going to be just talk. And the reason why is because the reason why you're here today to announce what you're announcing is going to be very much talking about Patrice as the person and just regular stuff about life. So I really wanted you to be the first one. So I thank you so much for coming and sitting and chatting with me today. And you look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you.
The red lip is red lipping. Yes.
So first, let's talk about why you're here today and what you want to announce before we get into our regular talk.
Sure. So I am very excited to finally announce that I am releasing a new EP series. Finally. But the reason why it's significant is because of the theme and it being sequins, suits, and sweatpants. And we'll get into the dynamic of that. But the real reason I'm announcing it beforehand is because what I realized with my first 2 albums is that when I set a deadline and I told people out loud instead of keeping it to myself, that it made it real. And when it makes it real, then I'm going to
deliver. Do it.
Yes. Versus putting this in my head like I'm going to release an album next year, whatever, because you know, when you've done something a few times, you can get into the like rut of like how much it's going to cost, how much work it's going to be. And I've done that. And I'm proud of the 2 bodies of work that I put out before. But this will truly be a labor of love. And I want it to be a journey this time as opposed to like, oh, here's some music that I created. So I'm announcing it here because this beautiful platform is just, it aligns with my core values and who I am as a woman and as an entertainer. And so I'm announcing that I will release the album next year. There will be a build up and a lead up to that and singles to come out later in the year. But I'm announcing it to y'all because I want y'all to know that it's coming so that you will keep me motivated and accountable for all the work that it takes to put it out there.
And then they'll be able to follow the process too.
And that's more important to me than anything. Yes. Yeah. That's big. The process part is big for me because what I realized just in general as I started out in this journey in like entertainment, I did not realize how hard it was. I knew it was hard in reference to practicing and all that, but like opportunities flowing it is a lot of rejection. It's a lot of emotional, mental, financial like weight. And so I can see why it's hard for a lot of people to do it, especially independently. And then you add other things like life things and dealing with this and that. And so I wish that I was more equipped with understanding that it is a process. And so because of that, I want to be more transparent with people as I'm going through it. I believe in it. It's going to happen the way that I need it to happen. But I want you to see me in the gym. I want you to see me on my hard days. I want you to see, when I cannot be an artist today and I need to be a mommy. I want you to see me at the track meet while my child's running and I'm trying to learn music and like study, and because it's a process. And I think if I learn how to learn, I did learn, but if we enjoy the process more, we will get through to the other side a lot more often. And that's important to me, whether you're a doctor or a singer or you are everything, Tori talk, interviewer, all of that. If we can see the process and see that it isn't this or this, it is this, then we will not only appreciate it, we will enjoy it more, and we will succeed. I think so.
That is amazing. And again, I just thank you so much for even thinking of me to do it. And what I love about getting to know you and from interviewing you the first time to interviewing you this time, this one is going to be a very personal interview, and really people get to know you. Yeah. So when you called and you told me the theme and you told me what's going to be happening and the different parts about the album, and you let me pick, and I was like, I want to pick the one that's mostly about you.
Yes,
as
you
a
did.
Person. I did. So, as you guys heard, there is sweatpants.
Yes, there's a reason, and I cheated on her a little bit because I didn't realize it, but you'll see why.
So, with that said, let's talk about this new album. And like you said, you did cheat because I have on sweatpants.
I know. I did. Okay. All right. So the album is called Sequins, Suits, and Sweatpants, and it's a 3-part EP. And so the theme is sequins, like sequins that you wear. Each part represents a piece of me. So the sequins is the performance part. It's the on stage. I love sequins. My grandmother, who was a very glamorous woman, my maternal grandmother, she always had sequins. And I was in like a gospel group when I was like 4, and they would put me out there to sing, and we always had something sequins, honey. So you'll see me a lot in sequins if I'm performing on stage. It's a nod to her, but it's glitter. It's glamorous, and so that part of the EP will represent the R&B sort of high power energy songs. Suits is the professional side. I'm a marketing executive, part of the Grammy chapter, so advocacy and things like that are important to me. I'm also getting my master's degree, so that's the business side of me. That's the execution, visionary side. That's the entertainment, side of wanting to executive produce for other artists and things like that. And so those songs are gonna, be a little bit more. Sequins is more pop and energy, R&B sort of, talking my I'm me, I'm this, I'm that. And so that was what those represent. And then sweatpants. Sweatpants, if you don't see me in sequins or a suit, I'm in sweatpants. So I'm typically not in like cute jeans or anything. It's either on stage, very much dressed up suits, or I'm at home in sweatpants. I love sweatpants. And so we lightly introduced this concept at my last show a few years ago. No one knew. This has been an ongoing process. And my stylist, Christy, and God rest her soul, her mom passed since then, but her mom helped her to sew some sweatpants gray like that. And she added some fringe and added like a little sequin belt to it. And so that has been like a labor of love. But that represents me at home, me in love, with my friends, me kicking it. I'm very much big on my home being a safe haven and being a place of like comfort. And so sweatpants give me that. And so that's the theme: sequin, suits, sweatpants.
So I picked sweatpants because, like you said, sweatpants is really what we're going to focus on.
Yes. You. Oh, but see, I didn't say the concept. So the 3 parts album is the 3-part also like the album, but the rollout of me explaining each part of the album. So I'm going to do other interviews, but because this is my girl, I was like, do you want to interview me in the suits, the sequins, or the sweatpants? And she picked sweatpants, of course. Yeah, but I'm comfortable here, so it's fine.
Yeah. So I was like, and the reason why is because what I felt like when we did our first interview, I got to know sequins.
Yeah.
We really were talking very heavily about PatriceLIVE, the performer. We even had like some of your performance in, you know, some of the B-roll.
Yeah.
So this time I was like, let's get personal. Let's get personal with you.
Yeah.
So just for you guys' reference, when Patrice found out that I was engaged, she did like very first thing was like congratulations and advice. So for you, so for you, I am getting married. Yeah. You were married.
Yeah.
And you gave me like some candid advice.
What did I say?
You were like, girl, enjoy this engagement time. Because you were talking about being engaged.
I did.
But as I am now about to be in a situation where it's okay, I'm going to be getting married and, you know, potentially we're going to be having children and the whole thing.
Yes.
Like, what would you say about, you know, being married? And like you said, there's so many different parts of you. Like, how was that?
So it's funny because, you know, now we're in this era of like podcasts and stuff. And then people question like, well, if you were married or you're not married, then how can you? And I'm like, sometimes those are the best teachers, right? That can tell you what maybe to consider. I don't like to tell people what to do, but just consider. And I know that for me, and we align in this and that we work really hard. And in our industry, we have to go, or once we make an announcement, then it makes it real. And then there's the pressure of like, well, I made the announcement, so now I got to deliver even something as simple as being engaged, right? And typically when that happens, when you give it to the world, that's when it can be attacked, even internally, not even externally. And then also the pressure of delivering on something can make you prematurely push to do something or get somewhere or make something happen because now you feel that pressure. If it were up to me, I would have enjoyed more moments. Naturally, I'm a worker bee. So I go. But I don't know that I'm always present in moments. I don't know that I sit in things and like feel them. And for a minute, I was like, I'm not feeling things. Like, I'm a robot almost. And that's good sometimes, but not all the time. And it's not taking care of me. And so knowing that you were engaged, I'm like, trust me, enjoy it. And you said you were, so that was good. But like, enjoy, like, I'm talking about the one word that I love. It's in the Bible, one of my favorite verses, but delight. Delight to me is like almost like unwrapping a piece of candy and like putting it in your mouth and not hurrying up and like chewing it, but like savoring it. And the Bible tells you to delight in the Lord, right? So I am learning how to delight in things, delight in a sunny day, delight in laughing with my kids, delight in watching one of my favorite silly TV shows, delight in feeling like the sheets after they're clean on my bed, like delight in life. So that when I have those hard moments of whether it's marriage or hard moments at work or, oh my God, is this album going to come together? I can reference things and delight in those things and remember the why. And so as you walk through, enjoy him, like enjoy, you know, the deep kissing, right? Like not the quick peck because we got to run to work, but the deep kiss. Enjoy the brunches where you're laughing so loud and the waiter is looking at you like, what is so funny? Enjoy the inside jokes. Enjoy how he smells. Like, enjoy it. Enjoy the service to him, cooking his eggs. Like, I made them things extra fluffy, right? Delight in it. And make sure you stop to delight in it. Because if not, when the hard times come, you won't remember why you were there in the first place. If that makes sense.
Do you feel, like I always ask people this, like when we have, like people come in, every single person that comes and does any type of talk with me, though I've been told, you only have girls on your show. I'm like, it's not true.
Okay, right.
Anyone can come. It's just has been a lot of women,
yes.
They're the best.
Yeah.
But it was like, they're such dynamic women. Like everybody is a boss. Everyone is a business owner. Everyone is just, like you said, going. And then it's like, they have to think back and say, man, but how is this impacting my marriage? How is this impacting my relationship? How is it impacting my children? My drive. And I always wonder, do you feel like, for me, it always seems like when we watch like documentaries or we see people who are uber successful, it's like, it makes sense for the men to do that. And but it's like, it seems like there's always a negative connotation with the women.
So I fight it. So when we first met, I was fighting against that notion, right? That like, no, you can have it all. And maybe you can, but not at the same time. Sometimes there are seasons. We don't take our time enough. when you're successful here, you try to apply the same theories there. I remember T.D. Jakes said one time, every day you got to pick something that you can fail at, right? So if you're a high achiever, like, what do you mean fail? No, I'm going to be great mom, great this, great that. And that's not really possible. But I will say, I don't think that, if I'm honest, I don't think that being a high achiever as a woman is the reason that relationships don't work. I think personally, moving too fast, and I don't mean like even in the relationship, I just mean like I'm a person that moves fast. I'm checking boxes off. Because my intentions are really good. Right. I want to empower people. I want to be a good mother. I want to be a good wife. I'm very much my friends will tell you, like, sometimes they like, girl, can you just date? Like, really? You know? My sister, like, I'm going to Vegas in a few days for work, and she's like, no, we're going to party because you just don't even know how to do it. I'm like, okay. But I think people got to like each other. Yeah. Like, you can love somebody, but do you like them? Yeah. That makes a difference. And then, personally, from a relationship standpoint, I think when a man takes on a woman, it doesn't even matter if she's successful or not. I don't know that we all understand what we're committing to and what that means. Yeah. So I'll use me as an example. If I start dating a football player or a football coach, on Sunday, we ain't doing all that during football season. Right. He's going to be on the couch, or he's going to be looking at plays. I'm a sports fan, so it's not even I'm anti the life, right? I enjoy sports, but like, it's a different view. Hey, he can't talk to you at that time, and it's not because he don't love you. He's busy. That's his calling. So when I commit to a person, I have to commit to the calling, not what they give me. And a lot of times, I think we're all like wanting what someone gives us and not committing to what they are doing. Like, do you align? Can I deal with knowing if you're successful? I always say this to my friends. If what we want happens, what does that mean? Yeah. If he's a successful football player, well, then we're going to be watching football all the time. So you better enjoy it. You better figure out how to enjoy it. You better know that on Christmas and Thanksgiving, it's the turkey bowl, it's this and that. So you won't have Christmas like regular people. Make the hotel room, the hotel suite, because he's making money. Yeah. Make the hotel suite feel like Christmas, because you ain't going to be at home. You need to find some really cute sweatpants because it's going to be cold outside. If you commit to that, not because he's so nice or he bought you a purse or he takes care of you, but like, do you love what he does that has nothing to do with you? If you don't, you'll have a problem. And that's in reverse. Yeah. But we're made to feel weird about it because we're helpmeets. Not supposed to be. We are helpmeets. Yeah. But Ruth was working when Boaz came. And Boaz didn't come and say, well, you need to do something for me. He actually said, no, I need to do something to get that. It wasn't that. So when a man takes me on, he doesn't have to love everything that I'm doing, right? And he may even need to slow me down and say, hey, you doing, working 6 days is cool. I know that's your ministry, but like, you need to chill a little bit. And I need to respect and know that he loves me enough to not be telling me that because he wants something, but because it's for me. Like, you need to rest. Not why you doing that is too much for me. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it comes down to, like, do you like the person and do you accept who they are? That has nothing to do with what you get out of it. If you can, then yeah, maybe there's a chance.
I think that's a great point too. And that's why I say, like, I asked because you've already done it. And like, you know, when you talk about the podcast and, you know, everyone has all these relationship talks, it is like the most surface,
oh my God,
most silly conversations. And I know that, I mean, me and Jeffrey now have been together. This is going on our 5th year together now, officially. And I just don't care about none of that stuff. And I was like, if I was caring about that stuff, I don't know if me and Jeffrey would be dating, made it anything, because it's just the most ridiculous stuff. But clearly, it is prevalent in the dating world, you know?
I can't imagine. I know nothing about that at this point. And I don't even know if I want any parts of that at this moment, because I think that you also got to know seasons. Yeah. Some seasons are just for you and God. Some seasons are just for you and God and your business. And I think that in seasons that I have been in relationship, there was a deficit, not because of them, but because of me. There was stuff that I wasn't giving myself. And so I have to be accountable for and to that. On the reverse, it's so much I think we forget that we are here to be of service, and I think we're so sometimes narcissistic and so self-absorbed and so selfish when it comes to love. Like there should be boundaries, there should be non-negotiables, absolutely, but like love is service. I say that all the time. So if I'm focused on serving you and you're focused on serving me, then we win, but we got to know what we're serving, right? Like, are we serving God together? Because is yourself that serve God going to ask me why I'm not doing this thing that you know goes against my core values? Like, is that really you serving God? So when we learn how to serve first, then we can love properly. If we're looking to be served, you can't love somebody and only be looking to be served. And it also unique. Like, I don't need some things, but there are other things I really need.
Yeah.
So we're different women. We're dynamic women, but different women. You might not need this thing, but I do. Are you willing to adjust, man, and say, okay, I can do that. You like brunch? We brunching it up, boo.
We're going to brunch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be happy about brunch.
Exactly. Because I'm one that I'm like, baby, text me here and there. I don't need a whole lot, but the stuff I do, I need it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to tell everybody what I need, you know. Because
well, I mean, I didn't ask you. Right. I don't know about your dating status. But all I know is when I be saying Patrice out here in these streets, okay?
I'm not in the streets. Tori be
Let me tell you something.
Tori be talking.
Let me tell you something.
No, I will just say I'm very happy. I'm very
I'm gonna go ahead and
yes. Tori talked. Listen, I will just say no, really.
I said Patrice.
No.
You was like, girl.
But see, here's the thing. Tori talk, but Tori don't talk.
Well,
okay, she ain't going. Yeah. No, I think this season right now it really is like I'm actually trying to just have fun more often. Not out in the streets like that, but I'm just saying like intentionally making myself go into places and spaces to have fun. Most of what people do socially and for fun, I do professionally. So I never get a break, right? Like I'm not really going to a lounge because I'm always in the lounge, but I'm the entertainer there. So I don't like to necessarily do what everyone else likes to do for fun.
Yeah.
However, I also do like the dynamic of not being the person. So for instance, like I'm going to Vegas in a few days for work, but my sister was like, I'm coming. I'm like, really, girl? She's like, and we're going to go do stuff. And I'm like, girl, I'm there for work and I'll probably stay in my hotel room and do other stuff and learn some music. She's like, no, we're not doing that. I'm like, she's my little sister, 6 years younger. No, we're not doing that. I'm coming and I've got an itinerary. Send me the meetings that you have to go to and I'll schedule around it. And I'm like, you know what?
But
Let
you
me
need
be a
it.
passenger. That's what I'm saying. I have more than just men that take, like my girls, like my best friend, she's turning 40 this year. She planned a trip to Mexico. I don't even know what we're doing. I've just been sending my money for the deposit. Passenger princess with my girls. My girl, Megan was like, I paid a deposit for us to go on a trip in June. We're going. And I was like, really, girl? She was like, yep, I've already paid the deposit. What are you going to do about it? I guess I'm going then. Like, and I need that right now. I need to make sure that I have a balance of having fun with nothing else attached to it. So that's what I'm committed to right now. It's just having fun and letting that be it. And then we'll see what happens.
These my rich friends, y'all.
No, girl, no.
You heard that? Did you hear that? You heard that?
Listen.
I'm going.
No, but listen.
And I'm going.
I won't say, listen, my friends, they listen. I don't hang with no bums, though, because they all, listen, I don't know about this notion of, like, these people who, like, I hang out with people less than because it makes me feel I ain't got none of that.
So weird.
They got money. They got bags. Some of them, I'm like, can I have $1, right? Listen. Money, beautiful, in the gym. I'm blessed. My sister, all of my girls. Literally, I'll call them and be like, no, I don't like this outfit. Some of them will send me stuff. I sent you this. You need this for performance to use it. I am well taken care of by the girls. Okay, very well.
And you know what I do think that is so like amazing because of the life that you live, because of like the family that you have and friends. Like, how does that influence you, like for your music?
Girl.
Past and present, because you have a new EP.
So my kids are the loves of my life. They're so funny. I mean, literally at 12 and 14, well, about to be 14 in a few weeks. They are at the perfect age right now for me. I mean, definitely challenge me in some ways. Like, really? I'm about to knock your head off, right? but they are so funny. They are so smart, and I literally like enjoy my kids. Like, it's not a labor anymore. It's just love. Like, I enjoy them. They're not my friends. They're my little homies though, because I still be having to knock a head through a washer and a dryer. But I love them so much. When it comes to my family is just, we're a bunch of different, like, hustlers and all of that. But I love how much my family is supportive by not putting pressure on me to be a certain way. Like, they really are just like, you need to go. Like, and they're also not impressed, which I need, right?
Oh,
they're
yeah.
not impressed. Like, oh, you have a show? Okay, great. Hey, you need to go pick your grandfather up from the airport tomorrow. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm opening for so and so tomorrow, but tomorrow I will be at the airport. So whatever. But I need that. And then when it comes to my friends, let me tell you, one time I was talking to myself and I was like, you gotta like really remember how great you have it in reference to like friends. Like, I've had friend betrayals and all that stuff, but in general, my people are fantastic. Like, I'm extremely blessed in the friend department, and they're so dynamic in different ways. So I get a lot of different love, and they see me in different ways. And it's because I also offer myself in a very open and transparent way that they feed me in different ways. You know, like I said, I have a girlfriend, very fashionable. She like, I sent you this. Send me a picture of your outfit, ma'am. I need to see it. You know, but that's her way of loving me. My girl Christy, who's my stylist, she, not her. That I'm talking about someone else. She ain't gonna lie to me, because some people will be like, oh, that's kind of cute. Chris, I don't like that. Your boobs are not big enough for that. We're gonna switch that top out, because that butt, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's love. It's not. I know the difference.
Yeah.
You know, and my closest friends, you know, Michelle and Kendra, like they take care of this. And I think Michelle said it to me a few years ago. She's like, you know, what people don't realize is like that soft part of you, like that's the part that I'm looking to protect, and I'm not releasing you to nobody else, you know, until I know that they know how to protect that. She's like, because that's what I love. She's like, I know PatriceLIVE, I know Patrice. She's like, but I know Goofy, I know this. And she was like, but that thing has to be protected.
Yeah,
that's love. So that's my standard for like love. Like, if God can bless me with this many friends that like love and tolerate and deal and walk with me and all that, for sure, he doesn't not love me that he wouldn't provide that in other areas of my life, for sure.
So how does that impact your music?
It releases me from the need to be perfect. It releases me from, but it gives me inspiration too. The love that I have for them, even though it's R&B and love music, like, yeah, like I love my friends. I love the way you make me laugh. That could be for my friend. That could be for a guy. That could be anything. They give me, and they got a lot of stories too. Now, all these songs are not about me, child. Some of them are just archive stories, you know. I don't say no names though.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, like, so you have that, and then you have the fact that you said, like, you are mom. When I first met you, your little babies were little.
Yeah.
So now for you to be like, they're a teenager, I'm like, oh my gosh, either I'm getting old or they're getting old. And I think it's me.
Right.
Like,
they getting old.
Like what's it on them? Because they were so young.
Yeah.
And they're teenagers now.
Yeah.
And it's like, you are a mom. And like I said at the beginning, like, this is something that, like, you know, I've been thinking about, a journey that, you know, could be for me potentially if, like, you know, I'm blessed to be able to do so. And it's like, how do you do it? Like, how do you feel that being a mom has, like, you know, not only like, probably made you have the drive that you have, make you want to do some things you want to do for them before yourself, but be able to, I mean, it's a crazy world. And every day I open my phone or turn the news or whatever, it's just such scary things. And you have babies. Girl. And that's the part that I'm like, I don't know if I can bring up babies in this world right now.
But I'm sure every like generation felt that way. I'll say this. I look at it as ministry. Everything that I do needs to be some type of ministry. And raising children has been the best thing, because it is a reflection of things that I need to work on. When my son came, he grew me up. When my daughter came, she made me a woman. right? Because growing me up is like there are responsibilities attached to this boy. Like he may have examples of how to be a man, but I'm his mother. I'm responsible for this and that. For her, I had to deal with my girl crap, right? And that was like, oh, you got this trauma, okay, you want to pass that on to this little girl without fixing it? So they grew me up. That was the gift to me. And the gift later when they had my grandchildren and name them all Patrice. That's the gift later.
All Patrice.
But in the interim, me and my children talk. And I told them a few years ago, I said, listen, so we're partners in your life. I'm never going to tell them what to do with their life. That's not my part. That's God. So if I always say, if my son's going to be a clown, like, sure, I'm supposed to make sure he's like a resourceful clown.
Right.
I want to hone his skills and make him a funny clown. I want to make him a rich clown. Let's be Ronald McDonald. Let's learn about financial literacy. Let's tithe. Let's praise God. But I don't get to choose who he is. That's not my job. That's God. But I get the privilege of walking with him on the journey. And the only way I can walk with him and really pour into him is to do it myself. So that's why I continue to do it. Like people think it's a selfish thing. Like, oh, you want to do music? You're a mom. Like, how do I tell them that they can have anything that God has blessed them with or to do anything if I don't show them how to do it? Which means they get an upfront seat to mommy being stressed and crying sometimes, but they also see me thrive. They see me perform. They're both a part of the music. Like, so I think if you don't let the world taint what God creates, because he does create them, and they are blessings not because of what they give you or I had a child, I checked it off the list. They are hard work, but the joy is watching them grow. And I told them years ago, like, we're partners, so you do your part and I'm gonna do mine. My part is to provide this and this. Your part is to do your chores, do your grades, When you don't do your part, you're messing us up. You're messing up the partnership. You got to be accountable for that. So they know, they could tell you if you interview, I'll send them here. They'll tell you like we're partners in this thing, and I'm hard on them for sure. I have demands from them. You have to do an activity, physical activity, and you have to do whatever creative you want. You could choose. If you don't choose, I'll choose it for you. But you're going to do something.
Right.
I have expectations of them, but not my own. I see that you're good at this. You're good at Kung Fu. You're not going to quit just because you had a bad day. You will finish the season. That's the end of that. Yeah. So they'll hate me now and love me later. It's fine.
They do not hate you now either. You know, like, God, Mom.
Right. I joke with them. I'm like, I know you went in your room and was like, I hate my mom. And my son was like, I didn't say it like that.
Right. I mean, I might have said something.
I might have said, I said, you said a cuss word with it. And, you know, I give them the freedom for that. And they're very respectful. They would never. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I throw things in there, but they know I have expectations. But I explain to them it's not for me, because I want you to have everything that God has for you. And I want you to be the person that can keep it. So we're going to work on your character, and you will not quit. That was a recent conversation. Yeah. You will not quit, and you're going to do what I said, because I gave you a chance to pick it, and you didn't pick it. So now I'm going to pick it. Congratulations. You are running cross country.
Fun.
The end.
And then, like, you know what's so funny? Like, in there, you was like, you know, the part about, like, you're a mom.
Yeah.
Honestly, when all of that crap was going on with Kiki Palmer and that boy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's over, because we going to leave. I mean, Kiki, I love you, but you had us... Girl, we was over there like, we on the train for you.
Yeah.
But did that make you think, here we are again, another example of, I mean, what they call her, Kiki Q-Bag Palmer?
Listen.
She stayed with a job. She stayed working from the time she was a young child to where she's at today. That is, you know, who she is. That's what she does. So to then diminish all of that to try to say, like, you're a mom. And then to me, it kind of made it sound like it was a negative thing.
Of course.
You know, it wasn't like, you're a mom. Like, it was like, no, you're doing all this and you're a mom. Like, how dare you?
I had a conversation with someone years ago, and I'm going to tell you, I love men. I was raised by my father, for both of my parents, but I'm saying physically with my dad in some of the teenage years. I have only uncles, like, men. This is not a men bashing thing, but what I will say, and actually my father was the one who told me I could do it. So that gives me even more edification. Someone said to me, you know, I would have thought that you would have done all this singing stuff before you were married and had kids. Because the assumption was that my marriage broke down because of my career. And that's not even it. Listen, if that was it, I'm not saying I wouldn't have done what I was doing, but I could have fixed that. But it wasn't it. But they said that with the assumption. And I said, well, if I was a man and I was working to provide for my family and doing what God has called me to do, because all the stuff I'm doing, it's not of my merit. I ain't that special that I'm getting all these things that are happening because of me. It's because of him trusting me with a gift that I'm giving back. So if I was a man, you wouldn't say that. You would actually reverse and say, how come your woman isn't like supporting you? Or how come your woman isn't doing this or that to make sure you're good and you can do that? But because I'm a woman, it's different. And I appreciated the person in that moment. They were like, you're right. Like they accepted my answer. And so my thing is, I think that if we, again, bring God back into the majority of what we do in our decisions, we have to like not listen to that, but to check ourselves and make sure that we're not letting work and things like that get in the way of the service of love for our family. That's why you ask God for help. Because sometimes we do the most when we don't have to. Sometimes we're working 3 jobs when he's like, listen, work your one, do it well, do the other one on the weekend, relax. I will send you the resources to get everything done. I learned that. So I'm not mad at Kiki getting a bag. I'm pretty much like that. But he has given me times where he's like, hey, because I'll be like, you know what? I need another job. Like, girl, you got 7. Are you kidding me? No, you're not getting another job. Relax. I'm about to send you some money, or I'm about to send you a person that's going to give you this opportunity so you don't need to get another job. And that to me is more reason why you have to stay close to God so that you don't overwork. Get the bag, but still can get the bag. We need the bag. We need the bag.
And you were how old when you were married? Like when you first got married?
Ooh, 20. I don't remember. Younger. I believe in marriage. Like, I mean, I guess if you're not married anymore, people are like, really? I believe in marriage. I believe in the sanctity of it. I believe in God getting the glory from marriage. I believe in love. I believe in being led. Most people would think that I don't. I believe in being led. I just think that women have to be a little bit more accountable about the process of what that looks like. And not because the person is bad. Like, there may be a man that just is like, I don't want to do all that. You know, Dolly Parton, you ain't never seen her husband. She respected his boundaries, but he didn't ask her to stop being Dolly Parton either. He just said, I don't want all that. And she had to respect that and vice versa.
And see, the reason why I ask is because I think about me as like the person that I am now at the age of 33. And I know personally, like when I met Jeffrey, if I had met him when I was 22, we wouldn't date. Like some of the things I think that sometimes happens, and like not just like oh, I love you, and this is like, but like you and the growing of you and the person and learning yourself and all of that is a continuous thing that happens every day. It doesn't just stop when you get in a relationship or when you get married. So I just think, oh my goodness, if I would have met him at a different time, I don't know if we would be. And probably the same thing with him. And I always think God, I always say like loved us so much that when we met, it was at the perfect time for the both of us.
And that's the part that when you're a high achiever, you have to accept, because we're so used to, I will speak for me. I'm so used to being able to work to get something, or be like, Lord, you're going to bless me with it, so fine. But there is another one. It's called process. So, yes, he's going to bless you, but you're not ready for it. And some stuff is just you needing to grow in certain areas. And and here's the beauty of the intimacy of learning yourself and learning God is like, outwardly, other people might be like, you're going to be a great wife. You're beautiful. You're this. You work hard. You know, whatever. But they don't know that you need quiet time in the evening, right? It's not bad. But if you don't even know that, when he comes in at 6:00, you got an attitude now. Because you didn't all this noise. Exactly. As opposed to taking a season to learn yourself and say, oh, between 6 and 7, I need everybody to shut up, including the kids. In fact, you need to come home and get these children, take them out, give me an hour, and then I'm back to it. But you never learn that if you never take a moment to actually like sit still and talk to God and ask him. I mean, I literally asked him, God, like, who am I to you? What do you need me to do? How did you wire me so that I can be a good mom and I'm not irritable with my children when they didn't do anything? Or how can I better love this person? Like, I want to know. And so that comes with intimacy with me and him first, and then it can translate to another person. Yeah.
So with all of this that you know, right? And then like now you are coming out with this EP and you're getting to the point of, I am a singer, songwriter. I want to write, you know, and I want to tell this sweatpants story that's me.
Yeah.
Like, have you started that process? Have you thought about, what am I going to really talk about at all these different aspects? Like, have you done that already for this?
I have. So we've already started working on some of the music. And like, I know the guys, specifically Chris and Kevin, my producers, my main producers, they're like, look, come on. Like, we got a lot of scratch vocals. We got a lot of things. I'll say I've learned, again, by spending time with myself, that my process is there's a song that anchors the entire album. So you can have a lot of good songs around it, but there is a song that has to anchor the entire album. Typically, people use it as their first single, and that's fine. I don't have that yet. So then there's like a level of like punching up that needs to happen for everything. So it's like, I will throw an idea out. I might send it to another songwriter. You know, I need help with the hook or whatever. But I'm floating in this right now. So here's the beauty of me, like, not being in control. I cannot control that the song that I know is the song has not happened. I can't control it. But I have said that I'm going to do this album. And I was given permission to do that by God, right? So now, here is the ultimate test for Patrice. How are you going to prepare when you know you don't have exactly what you need yet, but you already made the announcement? Most people would say that's irresponsible. And in most cases it is. But I know this has nothing to do with that. It has to do with God and me trusting him that either the song is going to come to me or be delivered to me by another artist, or the inspiration is going to come and I'll wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and be like, oh, I wrote the song in 30 minutes.
Or when you do this crazy itinerary your sister had planned for you on this trip in Vegas.
I might have a single. We don't know. In between Vegas and Mexico. I got a lot happening. But again, that was me being honest about my personal, professional, and spiritual needs. My personal need is that I need to be out and I need to have more fun so I can balance out some of the hard moments that come. The professional is like, oh, shoot, I made this announcement.
Yeah.
I got to do something. And then the personal like side of me also is like, you don't have what you need and you know it. At least I know it, right? I could just try to force a song to work. We have good songs, but it's not the song. It hasn't hit yet. So we'll see. And I'm telling you, girl, you knew me back then. You know how crazy I am when it comes to this. I can't believe that I'm actually saying it out loud. And I can't believe that I know that it's not ready yet. And yet it's going to come no matter what. But that is me trusting myself, trusting God, trusting the people around me that, you know, feed me their creativity and lend me their craft. And that is just that gut feeling. And I have a feeling next year this time, we're going to laugh at this. We better, or I'm going to be crying.
You will not be crying. I promise you this. I tell anyone who's come here, they've done their interview, like one of the people who I came and she was like, oh, well, you know, Tori, she had like Salon Suites. If you haven't seen her interview, check it out with Jessica Kidd. She's like absolutely amazing. And she was saying, I think she had like maybe like 4 or something suites left. And then I was like, by the time this interview airs and this comes out, they're going to be booked out. She called me and was like, Tori, they're gone. They're gone. Every single person that comes on, I was like, so now this has been like a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing now. Every person has called me and said, remember that thing I was talking about on the interview that I was like, it already happened.
So know that. So when we know the difference between like our platform, but then the special sauce that makes us. So like you just identified that. So like the platform is Tori Talk, but it's the anointing that you have, or like whatever he's giving you to like pour into someone. Because I have that with other artists. I never have it for myself. My girl Tamara Jade, like people may know her from like Instagram, but phenomenal singer. She was on the Girls Sketch comedy show. She's on tour with Kev on stage right now. years ago, I had a dream. I woke up, I said, hey, I had a vision about you and Lizzo. I don't know why, but I just did. She called me back and was like, I'm about to go audition for Lizzo to do the MTV Awards. And I was like, oh, I didn't know.
I know.
But it happens all the time with like my friends who are in the industry. I literally have these visions and these thoughts around them. And I'm like, I think I'll call them randomly. I think you should write a song about this. And then I'm, okay.
And there
That's
it is.
true. Yeah, that's why I can't wait to help the next kind of generation of like performers and entertainers. That really is going to be the real ministry. It's not really about me. It's just God is blessing me enough to give me the opportunity to live out my dream. But I'm okay with it. Like I'm okay with like having a really good album, winning a Grammy or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Well,
sit down like I'm
we
good.
can talk about that too.
Right. But I'm good with that. I really would just want to help artists in ways that I didn't have when I was, first starting out. So.
We have a question that someone asked. Before we get to that question, like I said, when you were talking about that, that's one of the things like I wanted to ask. So when you're thinking about the album and you're thinking about, okay, I want to do this, like, how did that come about? Because Tori talk for me, I tell her all the time, like, I was on the train, it came to me.
Yeah.
How did this, like, the name, what we're going to talk about, how I want to phrase it, like, how did it come to you?
It was me identifying the hats that I wear and, like, how to put them on. I'm very much on, like, theme. And this concept came back in like 2018, 19. It was right after the second album. So it's not new to me, but just like, what does it mean? And I just let it evolve within itself. Like, again, sequins, I was already wearing sequins. I already knew that I wanted to have a business aspect to my artistry and just life. And then the sweatpants came a little later, but it was just like, I love sweatpants. I have them in all colors. Like, I'm free balling and everything. Sometimes, you need a little breath, right? So, it's just, but because of that, like, I was like, oh, but typically that's all I have on. Like, that's literally, physically, that's typically all I have on. I'm running to a track meet or to a thing or dropping kids off at school in sweatpants and a hoodie. Don't look at me too long. I'm not together.
Still look beautiful even in that.
Don't look too long.
Don't let her try to
be a little rough that morning.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, but that, or I'm on stage and like literally living a whole different life. But I love it. I love the dynamic of living all facets of who I am, and that's where it came from. These all encompass all of those things for sure.
So I have a question.
Okay. Oh,
so
Lord.
it's actually Tony Bernard Wagner.
Okay.
Is the person you know?
Yes.
Figured, because I was like, these are some in-depth questions. Yeah. So, first question: how do you define success? You're an executive/director level in the corporate world. You have a long-lasting imprint in the world of entertainment. You are an amazing, and that's in all caps, amazing mother. Share with us your perspective of success.
I said this on another interview before, like, how you have, when we had cable, we had like the splitter and you connect all the different wires into it. So I think back in like 2013, I woke up in the middle of the night, I drew a picture of a heart and like all these things connected, but the heart, like blood was pumping to the heart. I went to sleep. I woke up. I looked up the definition of vessel. A vessel is something that pumps blood to the heart. So I'm a vessel that pumps the blood of Jesus to the hearts of people. So that, because I know that, that's my story, that's my walk, that's my purpose, that's all of that. So anything I do, it should lead to that, whether it's marketing or singing, motherhood, whatever. When it comes to success, if I'm the splitter and all these people plug into me, then it should connect them to where they're supposed to be. So it's not really about me. So Gabby, we know her for an example, like her working with me should give her something that helps her to continue to expand to be the best version of herself. So when she connects to me, it should give her more opportunities to do work with other artists. It should give her more opportunities to grow as a woman. It should give her a better insight to her purpose and goal. That is success to me. If I can scale how other people who are connected to me are doing as an example of what he is doing, that is success. So for me, it doesn't need to be being Beyonce or, being Oprah or whatever. Those things sound great. but we know there's a weight that comes with that. But how many people, what doctor is riding on the way to work singing, you know, whatever, what's the song, Beyonce, Who Run the World Girls? Did that help her to like study so that she could cure cancer? That don't got nothing to do with singing, right?
Right.
That's the point of, I would imagine, what something like that would be like. So that's what I desire to be. And specifically in the Prince George's County area, because I grew up here and I know how much talent we have, but we don't have the resources and the connections and all of that to really expound and make a living on our gifts, right? So success to me will say, if I'm able to empower people on a national, but especially on a local scale, if I'm able to help them to define their path, and if I'm able to empower them to, when they're connected to me, be their best selves, then I was successful and I did it. That encompasses a man, kids, family, all of that. If you're connected to me, how did I empower or make you better or give you opportunity and resources? If I can do that, then we're successful.
Okay, I love that.
That
He
makes
gave you
sense.
two. He gave you two.
Okay.
So his second one was, with all of the success in various compartments of life, I'm sure it's not easy. How do you keep a smile on your face and continue to sprinkle fairy dust everywhere you go?
So that's an inside joke with some people that I know, and that I feel like that your fairy dust is what I was talking about earlier, how you, girl, the sweet's gonna be gone and they gone. That's your fairy dust. That's your special thing. I think just learning myself. Like, I legit really like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not for anything that I do. Like, I like my inside jokes. I like that I watch The Office and watch football and like, you know, my laugh is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that I love the little things that I do that make me delight in life. And that's with me first.
Yeah.
So now you add like other people into the mix, and that is what gives me joy. And I'm learning how to compartmentalize time for that, but I'm also learning how to bring it into everything that I do. So everything doesn't have to be heavy. I'm going to the gym. Well, at least let me look cute doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I got some new socks for the gym. I'm finding the delight in those things. I'm going to work. Well, budgeting is the spreadsheets are my favorite part. I'm excited. Today I made it a thing. Like, I make it a thing. I got to go in and do spreadsheets today.
Jeffrey, there go your report.
Right? But it excites me. Girl, sometimes I will be excited. Like, I might even put a little extra pep in my step to like, oh, today is budget day. I get to go through and like, you know. So I'm finding ways, because if you don't, you'll miss out on most of your life. If most of my life is not on stage, it's practicing and rehearsing.
Yeah.
Well, then I got to enjoy rehearsing, or I'm going to always live for the high of the performance.
Right.
And that is not life. That is so delight in something. Oh, today we had salami. I'm excited. Get excited. So you'll see me over the silliest, corniest things. I'm determined to enjoy this life, because I really, really love Patrice. I love the energy that I bring. I love even my flaws. You know what I mean? Like, I love the Patrice that yelled at the kids on the way to school and then apologized. I love that I'm a parent that can apologize.
Yeah, not everyone is that.
I love that I'm a lover who can fiercely say whatever, but then also be like, I love you. I love that. I love that about me. That is how I sprinkle fairy dust all over the place, because I like myself.
And that is like evident. It's like anytime, like even just talking to you today, or like even whenever I see you. Yeah. Like I told you, like when I see you out, not when we supposed to see, but like when I really actually just happen upon her at places, it's like such a happy like exchange. Like, it's so good to see you. And it's like, how have you been? It's so good to like see you. And it's like, even for like short moments, you're just like, that was such a delightful experience. No matter how brief. And it took me some time to get there. It was, you know, there's this high of like, do you like yourself or you don't? I like myself. I've always liked myself.
I don't know that I've always delighted in myself. So like I like who I am as a person. I'm not perfect, but I like a lot of my qualities. I'll be my friend. I'm great, right? But I also know my flaws. So sometimes that can kick you off of that. But now I've learned to delight in it. It's not perfect. There's when you using a candy as an example, you gotta still take the wrapper off. Sometimes it's stuck to it. Like that's the flaw, but the candy's still good. It still tastes good, baby. Still good.
So with that, Patrice, and that little nugget again, that was so cute. So cute. I know it's like, but I mean, like, and I mean, you can tell when someone is a writer because they give you the imagery. You know exactly what she's describing.
That was off the cuff, though.
But it's true.
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I've never said that before. It's an exclusive Tori talk. Because I never said that, but it's
I mean, everyone who's ever eaten a piece of candy can now say, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes,
like,
and that's the delight. It still tastes good. It just had a piece of paper when it got a little warm in the car. Get that piece off, throw it to the side, and enjoy the candy. That's me all day. I still taste good.
That is perfect. And with that,
what
Patrice,
is in this?
Look, that is Clico. So that is champagne. But with that, please let the people at home know, like, you know, what's happening next. I know it's like we're building. So what can we expect with this build? I know this is a stop on your, you know, tour of all things happening with the album, but what can they expect next? And then where can they follow you to be a part of the journey?
So follow me on Instagram. That's my main platform at Patrice_live. We're going to do this process together. So I'm not doing the glamorous rollout. You're going to watch me in the gym, fluctuating my weight. You're going to watch me in the studio, like be frustrated. I'm intentional about wanting that. So follow me there. And I would love to have you guys engage. Like, I'm going to ask people, choose between this song. When it's time to choose the songs, we'll do more than what goes on the album. Do you like this or that? I want interaction because I want to feel y'all, because I don't get to feel the people like that. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. I haven't set the date, but it will be out before my birthday next year, which is a very milestone, significant birthday next year. So hold June 16th.
Okay.
You know, on your calendar.
You heard it here first.
June 16th, yes. Because even if I put the album out before that, there will be something that happens on that day to signify the accomplishment. Other than that, like, just let's walk together. Like, DM me, you know, I take days because I try not to be on social media as much, but DM me and let's talk. Like, I legit like talk to people. It's not come to my show all the time. I've had people send me, pray for me. And I'm like, bet I can do that. So engage, talk to me, DM me. I don't bite. And just follow the journey. Be with me. Walk with me. I will ask that. Walk with me on this journey because it is very scary to, in real time, show the process of doing something that people have been asking for a long time and that puts you out on Front Street. So,
I mean, the lounge, I tell you all the time, Tori just want to hear you talk. I was like, why y'all want to hear me talk? Like,
yes.
They want to hear me just talk about stuff.
Yes.
I'm like,
you're
really?
good at what you do.
But I'm like, I want to talk to y'all. I want to promote you. And everyone's like, I just want to hear you talk about whatever.
You should do a lounge with a few people.
Yeah. It was like, it's,
girl.
Look,
okay.
stop.
All right. Okay. My bad.
No, but I mean, I think that's fair. And it's like, that is, you know, ultimately what I think is like great. I love like hearing other people's opinion and like, you know, bouncing off and like that's the type of collaborative person that I am. So it's interesting now. I'm like, okay, y'all been asking me, I'm going to listen to you and I'm going to actually do it. So again, I think you're being the first stop.
Sorry, I'm staring at you now because I can see it. Because now I just envision you like around like a group of women, but you leading the charge and facilitating conversations. But you already do a good job with like giving enough of yourself, but not too much. You preserve some because you should, but you give enough of yourself that people feel connected to you. And that's why they want more of you.
Look, now she put it on me.
Sorry. Yes, they do. They want more of you because they can feel. I can feel. I mean, that's why I called you. But even I called you because I just like you. But what I'm saying is like right now while I'm sitting here, I can actually see you facilitating because a facilitator has an opinion, but they facilitate other people as well. And I can see that for you. But I really see it being a thing. a real, like,
Look.
not that, yeah.
And the toes.
Yes. It's not a real thing, but I can see it. No, I do see it. Sorry. I had to make sure. I do see it.
Again, y'all heard it here first. And with that, Patrice, it was such a lovely time in my sweats.
Yeah, she wore the sweatpants.
And your jeans.
This is the suit part.
I got it. She's the suit. I'm the sweat.
But I'm going to send you some of the custom sweatpants that we'll do. Because we're doing custom sweatpants for all the girls.
Oh, so yes. I'm excited.
Yeah. See, that was the thing I was going to say.
Oh, see, I didn't know. So you would surprise me.
Yes.
And with that, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for, going along this journey with me. Please let me know if you enjoyed this content, you enjoyed the new setup. If you or someone you know would be a great fit for what we're trying to do here, please definitely send them my way. Girls and guys.
Yes.
It's not just
I'm
girls.
I'm going to send some guys your way. I got some guys to interview.
Like, it's not just girls, I know. But with that, until next time, thank you, Patrice. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you soon.
Yes. See y'all.